Global markets are switching from the festive mood to routine trading. Though the trading volume remains low today, the benchmark stock indexes are opening on an optimistic note. The economic calendar lacks important reports this week. Besides, the stock market is going to be thin ahead of the new year. Unlike the United States, markets in the UK, Canada, Australia, and New Zealand and Hong Kong are closed today for Boxing Day. Let's try to figure out whether traders will receive their cherished gift, Santa Claus rally. Meanwhile, Wall Street indexes are poised to extend the day cross. The S&P 500 finished last week at 4,754 points. The three major stock indexes closed with the weekly gains of 0.1 and 0.9%. Besides, the indexes updated their record highs and extended their winning streak to 8 weeks in a row. The major stock indexes traded in the green in the New York pre-market. Futures on the stock indexes inched up by 0.07 and 0.2%, signaling the bullish market sentiment for the session ahead. The S&P 500 is expected to trade in the intraday corridor between 4,745 and 4,775 points. Futures on the stock indexes opened the final week of the year with a moderate optimism. Despite the upward bias, traders are refraining from risky bets. Investors are eager to see the S&P 500 confirming the clear-cut bullish trend for 2023. Nevertheless, the index is still missing 1% from the record high closing level in 2022. The market obviously lacks fresh impetus now. The economic calendar will not give it in the coming days. The reports worthy of note are a weekly update on unemployment claims on Thursday and the PMI by Chicago Fed for December. Meanwhile, investors are feeling the aftertaste of Friday's data. The PCE price index showed that U.S. consumer prices fell in November from the previous month, so for the first time in more than 3.5 years. Besides, the annual rate dipped below 3%. Fueling market expectations of an interest rate cut by the Federal Reserve in March next year. The Fed has made significant progress in tackling inflation, starting the year at 5%, although the job of keeping inflation on a sustainable path to its 2% target remains a work in progress, Wells Fargo analysts said. Completed or not, futures markets almost firmly believe in a rate cut in March, and such expectations are pushing stock indexes up. Given that the calendar is empty and Fed speakers are silent, traders' attention will be focused on the corporate sector. Of the latest news that became known before the opening bell, we can mention Intel. The company's shares rose by 2.3% after the Israeli government agreed to give it a $3.2 billion grant for a new $25 billion chip plant, both sides said on Tuesday. As for other market giants, they traded in different directions. Microsoft, Tesla, and Nvidia added 0.26%. Apple and Meta shed 0.1 and 0.2%, and the currency market is trading sluggishly. Popular currency pairs traded with minor fluctuations in the pre-market, and the US dollar index is now hovering at 101.42, the lowest level in 5 months. The index is likely to trade in the intraday corridor between 101.40 and 101.80. As for high-impact events for the forex market today, traders took notice of the hawkish hints of the Bank of Japan Governor Kazuo Ueda. His comments helped the yen to rise in Asian trading. By the American session, the dollar-yen pair consolidated at around 142.32. The US dollar today tried to regain its footing in the holiday-themed market. Its index even copped well at midday. However, the consequences of the Fed's decisions and statements of the policymakers pushed the index to the red zone. The Canadian dollar is asserting its strength against the American rival. The USD CAD pair slipped to 1.3220 before the opening bell, and the intraday Canada is seen between 1.3181 and 1.3252. The catalyst for the loonies growth today is the oil market. Crude oil found support today from expectations for the Fed's monetary easing and the resolution of the conflict in the Red Sea. Brent crude futures jumped by 1.5% to trade at $80.31 a barrel. WTI futures gained 1.8% to trade at $74.97. The crypto market leapt into the bearish territory. Almost all popular altcoins are trading lower. Binance and Litecoin are the exception, as they grew by 2 and 13%. In the meantime, Bitcoin is challenging the seller's strengths and the buyer's nerves. It's trading at $42,760, 1.8% down, and this level cannot be tested by the sellers yet. If the instrument stays afloat, the price could rebound to $43,400 and higher to $43,800. Alternatively, if the bears pass support to the downward targets as seen at $42,200 and $41,700. And you have watched a review on New York session. Feel free to share your opinion and ask any questions. Make sure you subscribe to InstaForex TV channel. Our analysts keep you updated on all trends and market developments, and see you online tomorrow.